well, this movie was eh. Hey everyone, welcome to the review. Here's my review for the movie Mortal Engines. Yes, Mortal Engines stars Hugo Weaving, Hera Hilmar, and Sheehan and Stephen Lang, and this movie is directed by Christian Rivers and co-written by Peter Jackson, and this movie is an adaptation of a bunch of books that I've never heard of and stuff, but I was only excited because Peter Jackson's name was on the film and stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I love Peter Jackson, so why not, right? And basically the story of this movie is this like dystopian world kind of film. Yeah, one of those kind of movies and stuff. And I don't know if this falls under the category of YA, but who the fuck knows. Basically it's about this girl and she's basically one of the outcasts of this dystopian future and stuff. And there's this guy named Thaddeus Valentine. I don't know what's with villains, but the name's Valentine. Just it's always like a villainous name because I guess Valentine's Day is just a very evil holiday and stuff, but Thaddeus Valentine, played by Hugo Weaving, is like this ruler of this dystopian world and stuff, and basically his plan, I guess, is just to take over the world. He wants to rule the world and stuff and kill all the low-class people and everything, and basically the movie briefly tells you what happened to the world, but basically the world is basically destroyed. It's like 1,000 years into the future and stuff, and it's basically the world is all wastelands and stuff, and this main girl, her mother died by this guy, Thaddeus Valentine, and she wants to take revenge and avenge her mother and basically kill this guy. But then she gets stopped by this boy named Tom, played by our lead male actor, and basically this guy always believed that Thaddeus Valentine was like a cool ruler and stuff, and who honored the people, but as he turns out, he finds out he's a villainous jackass and stuff, so basically this main girl and this main guy are on the run and stuff because they're declared dead and everything, but they're basically on this adventure and they find a bunch of other outcasts and stuff. They all band together and form an army to go against this guy, Thaddeus Valentine. The reason I'm saying Thaddeus Valentine a lot is because he's like the only name I remember because it's just so forgettable and generic, this movie. Like, I can't remember a single character's name and stuff. It's so forgettable. Like, I literally just saw this movie, and I completely forgot everything that I just saw. But anyways, Mortal Instruments. Mortal Engines. Yes, that's the one. This movie is it's not a bad movie. It's not a particularly good movie, but it's not awful. There's good stuff in it. Hera Hilmar, whatever the fuck her name is. The girl plays the lead girl in this movie. She's pretty good in the movie. I enjoyed her character. She looks pretty cool and badass. She got the scars and the bandana across the face. She looks the part, and she's the only one that really gets character development in the whole movie, so that's a plus. And she was kind of cool, and she gave a pretty good performance, so I liked her in the movie. Another positive is Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving plays Thaddeus Valentine, and honestly, his character is horrible. He's just a typical villain who just wants to take over the world. But Hugo Weaving, he can do no wrong. Hugo Weaving is just such a great actor, and yeah, he's really good in the role, even though his character is horribly written, but it's Hugo Weaving, so Hugo Weaving is awesome. So good. The main guy is kind of there. He's a boring character, and he's portrayed by a very mediocre actor, but another positive about this movie is the effects. The effects of this movie are really, really cool, very, very well done stuff. The action sequences are pretty good. There's this scene that involves the main girl and this like robot creature, and it's something like out of a horror film. It's like super messed up, and it was actually pretty cool. It was actually one of the most interesting parts of the movie and stuff. It deals with someone not wanting to live a life anymore and live a life with no emotion and basically no soul and stuff, and it's interesting and it's almost downright insane, and yeah, it's something out of like a horror film, and that part of the film was pretty cool and stuff. And yeah, like there's some entertaining moments here and there. There's some cool action scenes here and there, but all in all, it's a very generic film. It's very paint by numbers. You know exactly where the story is going. The main guy is just kind of there to be a very good-looking lead guy and throw some pretty bad jokes here and there. The chemistry between the two leads is non-existent. They have no chemistry whatsoever with each other. again, you can just predict everything that's going to happen, and it's just super forgettable. When this movie ended, I completely forgot every character's name, and I forgot like a lot of plot points of the film because it's just, it doesn't stick with you. You're just like, oh, that's a movie, and then it leaves your brain after after you finish watching it. So yeah, the score was also really bad in this film. It felt like it borrowed scores from other films like Lord of the Rings, Terminator, and even Rocky. Yes, even Rocky. Like, watch this movie, you'll hear the Rocky theme song in this film. It's pretty bad. So the score is pretty embarrassing that it just like takes little keys and tones from other scores and stuff. That's pretty dumb. Even as much as the effects in this movie are really, really good, the world isn't very interesting. It just looks like every dystopian world in any movie, whether it's like a Mad Max or a Maze Runner. It looks like every dystopian garbage waste disposal world and stuff. So, it's like the movie Alita, Battle Angel, the one that's coming next year. It looks, all dystopian worlds for some stupid reason all look the same. They just look like desert wastelands, and you think of something different, for God's sakes. But yeah, so the world isn't all that interesting. It just looks like a very typical dystopian world and everything. The cinematography's okay, and again, the shots are laid okay because Peter Jackson, he didn't direct it, but I felt like he had a lot of say in the creative process and stuff, and some of the action scenes felt like almost like Lord of the Rings style action scenes, so that was really cool and everything. But there was some entertaining moments, and again, I like the two main characters, the villain and the main girl, but all in all, it's just super forgettable and super generic, and it's a film that I cannot possibly recommend because there's other films coming out, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is coming out, and that movie looks amazing, so I'd recommend to go see that instead of this. This is not a bad movie, it's just a very forgettable movie, so yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Mortal Engines a 5.3 out of 10, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's not bad, just I would not recommend it. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Mortal Engines. So in the comment section below, please tell me, are you familiar with the source material? If you are you excited for this movie? Did you like this movie if you saw it? Give me your thoughts and opinions, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.